Hey there guys, it's Dr. Steve here with Elevate Sport and Spine. I had a little bit of extra time today, so I wanted to take a minute to talk to you about a pretty simple but really effective spinal stabilization exercise that I utilize here in my clinic called a dying bug. It's a pretty easy exercise to do, but it can be pretty powerful for helping people learn spinal stabilizing strategies and where their spine should kind of be at in space. Posturally, it's a great place to start the rehab program that I do here at the clinic. So I'll go through kind of the basic movements and some of the progressions and some of the more common mistakes that people make and how you can utilize this exercise to kind of increase your postural awareness and the use of your hips and shoulders versus using your back to help prevent injury. So the basic way to start with this exercise is to lay down here on the back. What's important about this position is that the ground acts as sort of a reminder for us as to where our spine should kind of be at in space. The back of our head, middle of our back, and tailbone are in contact with the ground here like this, and we can't kind of fit our hand underneath here, which is good. We want to make sure that we're keeping sort of flat. A lot of the times people will kind of be laying down on the ground here, and you can sort of drive a truck underneath this thing, and that's not what we want. So what we have to do to fix that is that we can squeeze our glutes here like this, and you can see that that kind of rocks my pelvis back posteriorly, and it sort of puts me in a good neutral spine position. So after I've held that position, what we can do is the most basic version is to pick our legs up here like this and simply just march back and forth while holding this position braced, but able to breathe. So maybe about 10% of your contraction in and around here. So we'll just march up and down here like this. And then the next thing we can do to make it a little bit more difficult is bring legs up here in space and then work on reaching out as far as we can, trying to touch our heel to the ground and bringing it back in. Again, you should be able to kind of hold a conversation while you're doing this, but feel that you're starting to brace and feel that it's a little bit more difficult. The next position we want to go to here is arms out front. Again, thinking about this pelvis being in good position, back being flat against the ground, and then we're going to work same idea, legs out. And then lastly, what we can try and do is combine arm and leg movement, both opposite side here like this, and we can do same side stuff here like this. And once those get pretty easy to do, you can add some resistance using a band pretty easily by wrapping it around your feet here like this. We can get back into position here like this. Same idea, using the band now to add some resistance, or what we can do is add ankle and wrist weights as well. So basic recommendation is to do up to maybe 15 or 20 repetitions, so about 10 or so on each side, making each repetition take anywhere between about 3 and 5 seconds. So performing this exercise once or twice a day is a good way to kind of start learning how to move your shoulders and hips independently from spinal movement, so that when we're doing things like reaching up overhead or bending forward, that we don't lose spinal integrity, which can end up leading to injury and lots of pain. So go ahead and give this one a try. Once you get pretty good at it, I would check out the quadruped track video that I have on the YouTube page as well, and give that one a try. If you have any questions or anything, as always, just hit me up at the clinic. We'll see you next time. Take care.